Senator Sanders says he has the better judgment when it comes to foreign policy. How do you respond to that?
I find that a passing strange statement because I've been very concerned about his lack of knowledge. And interestingly enough, one of my students just tweeted and said if he were in my class, I would tell him to rewrite the paper.
Wow.
And because he really, I think, does not know the things. I was really surprised at the answers to his questions in the debate.
Can you be specific? Which questions specifically did you think he had trouble
Well,
with?
I had trouble when they were asked about which of the three countries were the most threatening. I think that he gave very kind of simple answers to things. Most people know how many dictators North Korea has, but in contrast to Secretary Clinton, who not only talked about what was going on in each of those countries, but also the other concerns about it and the relationship to each other and what the United States had to look out for. And I think the hard part here is that foreign policy is difficult. There's no question. You have to concentrate on it. You have to understand it. And I think that's so remarkable about Secretary Clinton. She understands the relationship of domestic to foreign policy and vice versa, and the various specific facts and how much she worked on it.
He would make the argument that he voted against the Iraq War and Secretary Clinton voted for the Iraq War, and that shows that he has fundamentally better judgment when it comes to foreign policy, but that's a guarantee to the American people.
No, it's not a guarantee. I mean, I think that clearly that vote is a very complicated issue and various aspects of what was going on at the time and what information people had. And he is to be admired, but it's not enough. And I think one vote is really not a strategy or and I just am troubled. I mean, I am a foreign policy person. I do think it's very important to have a president who really understands the issues and has taken an interest in it. I admire his interest in the veterans. I think that is fantastic. I think that he truly cares about issues of our society, but I do think that we have to have a president who's ready on day one to deal with problems that come up. I have to tell you, I've spent my whole life doing this. I have never seen such a complicated international situation, and we can't afford learning on the job.
Why is she struggling with women voters here in New Hampshire? This is her base.
I think that women are very judgmental of each other. I think that they need to know that she has worked so hard on everything, women's issues. I was with her in Beijing when she talked about women's rights being human rights. I'm a little troubled by young women who don't understand it, and partially I think they don't understand how hard it has been, and it isn't over. And I think we need women that are dedicated to each other. And I do think that if they listened more to what the kinds of things that Hillary has been talking about forever, they would understand her role in this.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and then click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.